Hello, we're the PNC Newsgirls, Mia.
And Maya, reading the news 6 days a week because you're too lazy.
Thursday, July 20th, 2023.
Okay. The instinct for the preservation of one's own species is the primary cause that leads to the formation of human communities. Hence, the state is a racial organism and not an economic organization. Adolf Hitler.
Alright, quick column. Joe Biden hit hard in whistleblower hearing by Democrat Dan Goldman. I almost said something else. Goldman was citing the testimony of Walker that Joe Biden not only came to lunch on Hunter's foreign dealings, but did so after being told that Hunter wanted to lay the foundation for such a deal. This is the same Joe Biden who has repeatedly told the American people that he never discussed any of Hunter's deals and had no knowledge of such dealings. He has maintained that denial as evidence has mounted brain died.
He has maintained that denial as evidence has mounted what? As evidence. Okay. He has maintained that denial as evidence has mounted contradicting him.
Okay, got it. Whatever.
Okay. Israel on the brink of civil war. Warren's former head of domestic intelligence service. Commenting on the overhaul plan initiated by the Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Argaman said, any legislation that does not command broad consensus will lead the state of Israel to chaos. If the law is passed, we will be a different country.
Alright. Tornado destroys Pfizer facility in North Carolina, one of the largest sterile injectable facilities in the world. A tornado wreaked havoc on a Pfizer plant in Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Wreaked havoc?
On Wednesday, causing extensive damage to the facility, known for its production of medical supplies for hospitals worldwide. The National Weather Service reported that the tornado, which touched down near the town at approximately 12:30 p.m., was classified as an EF3, with wind speeds reaching up to 150 miles per hour. This extensive power resulted in significant damage to a key building at the pharmaceutical plant. Why are you lip syncing to me? Why?
Funny. I wanted to see if you noticed.
I did, and it bothered me the whole time.
That's hilarious. Outrageous. MEPs would condemn pesticide companies for withholding toxicity data. I don't know. MEPs were scathing about the companies. The Swedish MEP Emma Wiesner, a member of the European Parliament's Committee on the Environment, Public Health and Food Safety, said the behavior found in the study is really unacceptable. More than a quarter of the studies sent to U.S. authorities were not sent to the European agencies. That is outrageous.
Okay, full column. Disgraceful. Coutts debanked Nigel Farage because of his conservative views. Internal dossier reveals what? I have no idea what's happening.
Oh.
In a 40-page dossier, Mr. Farage acquired via a subject access request, Coutts made it clear. Coutts. I don't know how would you pronounce that. Made it clear that his conservative views were problematic for the bank, citing Brexit no fewer than 86 times, and his support of Donald Trump, who is mentioned 39 times. The minutes of a meeting of Coutts's wealth what is that word?
I don't know.
Reputational Risk Committee held on November 17th last year said that Mr. Farage is seen as xenophobic and racist. He's
xenophobic?
I'm not sure. I think it's like scared of black people? I don't know.
They're making up new ones every day!
That's actually been around for a while.
What does it mean?
Can I finish the thing before you look it up? xenophobic and racist. He is considered to be a disingenuous grifter. Being associated with Nigel Farage presents a material and ongoing reputational risk to the bank.
Okay, now what does xenophobic mean?
Having or
okay,
showing
so it's just not liking people from other countries.
Yeah, having or showing a dislike or prejudice against people from other countries. So racist.
I will never understand why they put phobic when phobic means scared.
Yeah, it's
phobia means scared.
It's like I'm not scared. I just don't like you.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It will never make sense. RFK Jr. testifies today on federal government censorship despite demands by Democrats that Republican Jim Jordan resigned?
I don't know.
Invitation after presidential hopefuls' bizarre statement that COVID was ethnically targeted. The hearings started on a testy note with Democratic Representative, I think that's what that is, Stacey Plaskett, lambasting Chairman Jordan for giving RFK Jr. 10 minutes to deliver his opening remarks, longer than the standard 5 minutes. Jordan responded, "If you want to cut him off and censor him some more, you're welcome to do it." "Oh, that's not my job. That's your job. Why don't you threaten the witness so they cannot want to be a witness?" Plaskett fired back. Jordan had confirmed earlier this week that RFK Jr.'s testimony would move forward as scheduled.
Okay. UK doubles down on nuclear plans. Britain intends to build entirely new warheads for the Trident ballistic missiles to be carried by the upcoming Dreadnought-class atomic submarine.
Really?
That the Defense Ministry has revealed the domestic development and production will cost an additional £9 billion, $11.6 billion over the next 5 years. Really? That's all. Oh my gosh, what's so cute, shush?
We're trying to do a thing.
We're doing things. Can you shush?
Can you please shoot? I don't know what he wants.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Note. Winslow. Can you let him out?
Yeah, okay.
Wins been causing some issues. Well, go! You're so angry. Go!
You want to leave?
Do you want to leave or not? If you don't want to leave, what are you so angry about? Apparently he's not leaving. Okay, no, let me read. If you're not gonna leave, then shut up and please let me read.
Cats make more sense than you.
Okay.
Now the doggo dilemma has been solved. We will return to the show.
Yeah. Note to Kari Lake. German Supreme Court to rule if Berlin federal elections have to be repeated. The elections for the German Bundestag? I don't know what that is, but alright. On September 26, 2021, suffered mass irregularities as conservative magazine... Do they have to say that and not make it sound like a curse?
Oh.
Yeah!
Tishin.
What?
Tishin.
Einblick. And independent representative Marcel Luth proved after half a year of gumshoe detective work over 200, not 200, why did I say 200? 20 staffers had counted ballots and checked them with tally sheets, which proved to be wildly inaccurate, with some districts reporting exactly the same percentages across all their polling stations, down to the hundredth of a percent.
Okay. Ex-officer Derek Chauvin to ask U.S. Supreme Court to review his conviction in murder of George Floyd. Minneapolis AP. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin will ask the U.S. Supreme Court to review his conviction for second-degree murder in the killing of George Floyd. Now that the Minnesota Supreme Court has declined to hear the case, his attorney said Wednesday. The state's highest court, without comment, denied Chauvin's petition in a one-page order date Tuesday, letting Chauvin's conviction and 22 and a half year sentence stand. Chauvin faces long odds at the U.S. Supreme Court, which hears only about 100 to 150 appeals of the more than 7,000 cases it is asked to review every year.
Basically, they're picky.
Yeah.
Okay. Biden DOD lets transgender service members skip deployments, receive indefinite physical fitness waivers. Confidential memo. The dossier has acquired a new Department of Defense, DOD, memo that goes into great detail on the topic of care of service members who identify as transgender. The document, which is not classified but has long remained unavailable to Americans, is being published here for the first time for public consumption. The 34-page memo details the enormous perks granted to service members who identify as transgender.
Basically, they're privileged. Surprise. Okay, monkey column. Fargo cop killer Mohammed Barakat was in possession of explosives and planning more attacks, but police still won't admit act of terrorism. One police officer was killed and 2 others were critically injured after a subject opened fire for no reason at all on a busy street in Fargo, North Dakota on Friday. The deceased subject was identified on Saturday as 37-year-old Mohammed Barakat. Mohammed.
Tell me how you Namibia. Vote on law against same-sex marriage. Namibia's upper house of parliament on Wednesday passed a law banning same-sex marriage and punishing their supporters. It is an unconstitutional attack by the LGBTQ community.
Okay. Major blast rocks, South Africa's largest city.
Why you don't like it?
What is wrong with you?
My dog's crazy.
Yeah. Alright, major blast rocks, South Africa's largest city. Several people have been injured following a suspected gas pipeline explosion in central Johannesburg, South Africa's largest city. The underground blast left a huge sinkhole on the street, damaging and overturning multiple cars. Footage from the scene shows a deep crack in the ground, with the vehicles scattered along the street in the city's central business district.
Okay. Carly Russell searched for Liam Neeson film Taken, one-way bus tickets to Nashville on the day she disappeared. Cops. That didn't make any sense. Continuing. There's this. Said on the day of the disappearance, Russell looked at the film Taken, a movie where Neeson plays a retired CIA agent hunting down his daughter's abductors after they kidnapped her in France. She also looked up how to take money from a register without being caught, as well as info for one-way bus tickets from Birmingham, Alabama to Nashville. Why would you look something up? It's like incriminating. I will never understand why people do that. Are you stupid?
I don't know.
But I mean, it's good that criminals are stupid, but why are they so dumb?
I don't know.
If you're gonna Google something, destroy whatever you Googled it on immediately after.
Yeah.
These people are idiots.
They're dum-dums. Anyways, we're gonna call them. 2 women are paraded naked in the street. I don't like life. By a mob sparking furious protests.
Say assaulted or something.
Okay, assaulted. By mob sparking furious protests as Modi says attack has shamed India. In the latest violence, the 2 women were paraded through their street after a mob of men ripped off their clothes and began
roping,
doing bad things, and my brain lost place. And the terrified women were seen being led into a field by the mob where they were assaulted, according to locals.
Technically, I have to say sexually assaulted. Because assaulted just means being beat up.
If anybody has 2 brain cells, they can figure out what's happening. Okay?
True.
If I don't have 2 brain cells, it's not my fault.
Iraq. Is it place? Iraq?
Yep.
Just sounds dumb. Expelled Sweden ambassador embassy stormed over Warren building. Burning, not burning. Okay, I'm dying. Iraq has expelled the Swedish ambassador only hours after Iraqi protesters, angered by the burning of copies of the Quran in Sweden, stormed the Swedish embassy in central Baghdad, scaling the walls of the compound and setting it on fire.
Okay, exclusive. Texas begins jailing female migrants arrested at border on state crimes. Beginning today, TDCJ is accepting female migrants arrested by Texas law enforcement officers along the border. TDCJ Director of Communications Amanda Hernandez told Breitbart Texas on Wednesday the females will be held in the Lopez unit in Edinburgh.
Okay.
Edinburgh.
Massachusetts governor calls for quartering illegals in local homes. The migrants are still coming, and
Massachusetts
is running out of free hotel space for them, at least in the places where the governor would like to place them. So, taking a cue from New York's Mayor Eric Adams, Massachusetts Democratic Governor Healy, I don't know, has called for the placement of illegals in private homes.
Okay. Anyways, thank you for listening to Mia.
And Maya, read the Poldo Central homepage. Do all the good things.
Come back tomorrow for dog whining at us for some reason.